The UN Interim Force in Lebanon has observed the sharpest escalation in military activity since the announcement of the trilateral framework in late June. Yesterday, peacekeepers recorded 113 projectiles fired by the Israel Defense Forces, the highest daily figure observed since the 21st of June. UNIFIL did not detect any projectile launches by Hezbollah during the same period. This escalation has continued today. Between midnight and 1600 hours local time, UNIFIL recorded 120 projectiles fired by the IDF, already exceeding yesterday's full-day figure and marking the highest number observed in a single day since the 21st of June. UNIFIL also recorded significant air activity. Yesterday, peacekeepers recorded 49 airspace violations, with a cumulative overflight time exceeding 131 hours, the highest level since the 23rd of June. They also observed 3 airstrikes northwest of Al-Mansouri in Sector West, including 2 strikes that impacted northeast of a UNIFIL position in the area. Between midnight and 1600 hours today, peacekeepers recorded a further 29 airspace violations and at least 3 confirmed airstrikes in the vicinity of Al-Mansouri. UNIFIL is aware of extensive media reporting that 2 IDF soldiers were killed and several others injured in an explosion in the Al-Mansouri area, reportedly after IDF personnel entered a facility prior to its demolition. UNIFIL did not directly observe or hear the explosion. However, the mission noted the subsequent IDF evacuation and displacement order for Al-Mansouri and observed that 77 of yesterday's 113 recorded IDF trajectories impacted Al-Mansouri and nearby areas. UNIFIL also continues to monitor and follow up on reports of unauthorized infrastructure, including tunnel-related activity in its area of operations, through established liaison and coordination mechanisms and in line with its mandate. This week has also been marked by extensive IDF indirect fire originating from and impacting locations across Sector East, Sector West, and areas north of the Litani River. UNIFIL has documented significant military activity across both sectors, including high concentrations of military assets, extensive engineering works, and major logistical movements. At sea, on Monday, UNIFIL observed IDF patrol boats crossing the line of buoys into Lebanese territorial waters before returning south. UNIFIL peacekeepers continue to identify and safely dispose of explosive hazards in the mission's area of operations. On Tuesday, an unexploded ordnance discovered near Marjayun in Sector East was confirmed to be a cluster munition submunition. Speaking of the humanitarian situation in Al-Mansouri, OCHA says that some 30 families have been displaced to the city of Tyre, also in the South Governorate, according to local authorities. All of these families are either now in collective shelters or staying with relatives, and our humanitarian partners have mobilized immediate aid for them all. Overnight, airstrikes in the municipality of Burj al-Shamali near Tyre reportedly left 8 people injured, while another strike in the municipality of Dibnin in Nabatea Governorate killed 1 person and injured 12 others, according to the Lebanese Ministry of Public Health. Our partners also report that humanitarian needs remain high among displaced families returning to conflict-affected areas in the district of West Bekaa. Near 90% of displaced households have returned to their villages, but most say that their homes or businesses were damaged during the conflict. Communities are also grappling with damaged schools and water infrastructure, disrupted livelihoods, and growing safety concerns. OCHA reiterates that humanitarian needs do not end when people return to their homes. Continued humanitarian assistance and early recovery support remain critical to help displaced families, returnees, and host communities rebuild their lives and recover.
On Lebanon, the intensified action in southern Lebanon is taking place as the United States and the Lebanese government are meeting to try to restore peace to the country. What action is the United Nations doing aside from what the peacekeepers are doing on the ground to try to bring this latest escalation to a halt?
Well, as you know, we also have liaison mechanisms involving the military forces of both Lebanon and Israel, and we're coordinating with them to see what can be done to calm the situation down. The Office of the Special Coordinator, which is currently led, as you know, by Jean Arnaud, is also working to see what kind of support we can provide in order to make sure that the ceasefire that has been agreed to will actually be implemented fully.
And secondly, on South Sudan, has the United Nations been asked to monitor this election coming up in December or to provide any kind of electoral assistance?
I believe Ms. Gabejo has, in her briefing to the council, did talk about this matter. So I'd refer you to her remarks. But I'll also check what specific support we're providing.
I don't think she mentioned either of those.
Yeah, I'll check with our office that deals with electoral affairs.
Thank you.
Yes, Murad and then Namo.
Thank you, Farhan. I have 3 questions, if I may. First, on Gaza, as UNICEF said that at least 300 children have been killed in the 300 days since the ceasefire announced.
Yeah.
The UNICEF regional director said that the ceasefire is failing children in Gaza. What's the SCG's position on that?
The Secretary General very much agrees. As you know, the Secretary General has said repeatedly that what we're seeing is not a ceasefire, but a lesser fire, and he wants all the fighting to stop. We've been working, including through our various officials on the ground, to see what can be done to make sure that the actual ceasefire is fully upheld and that fighting stops. And we need, of course, also to make sure that we have access to all those who are in humanitarian need in Gaza. But it's crucial that once the parties have agreed to a ceasefire, that they agree to fully cease fighting.
On Lebanon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, a group of Israeli far-right settlers illegally crossed into southern Lebanon. The group is part of an Israeli movement that seeks to establish settlements in Lebanon. Any comment on that?
There must be no violations of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Lebanon. And as is the case with the situation in Gaza, in Lebanon as well, we want everyone to abide by the terms of a cessation of hostilities.